Hi, everybody. My name is Alexis Morrison, and today I'm very excited because I'm going to be giving you 7 tips to practice safe sex. So we're going to dive right into it. Number 1, BYOC. Now, a lot of you have heard of BYOB. BYOC is bring your own condom. This is super important, whether you're a male or a female, making sure that you're prepared to engage in a sexual practice. Having a condom is very smart. Okay, it's one of the first steps. The thing that's great about having a condom is that you are prepared before you engage into a sexual practice. Just so everybody is aware, you can get free condoms at any Planned Parenthood, college health centers, or community centers. If you want a selection, you may have to pay for that, and that's when you're looking at a Rite Aid or a CVS. Okay, number 2, have sexual health conversations with your friends. Have them with your friends, have them with your family, and definitely have them with your partner. It's really important that you're comfortable talking about sex, and especially talking about safe sex, because your friend may give you a tip that you don't know about and vice versa. And it's important to know all the latest birth controls, maybe different types of condoms, even to be aware of STDs that are going around so you can prevent and make sure that you don't get this. Definitely number 3 is going to be a yearly checkup, a checkup every 6 months, or a checkup after involvement in some high sex risk activity. Very, very important. You have a clean bill of health. If you're going into a relationship with somebody, you want to make sure that your partner has a clean bill of health and talk about it. And if your partner hasn't had a checkup, this conversation is going to bring up the fact that you're expecting them to get a checkup before you engage in sexual activity. So definitely get your yearly checkup for any STDs and just generalized sexual health. Number 4, avoid getting so drunk or so high that you engage in a risky activity. This is really important. If you're going to go out with your friends and you're going to party, by all means, have a good time, but talk about the limits that you have on what you're going to do. You definitely, in a drunk state, a high state, you don't want to engage in something that you may regret for the morning. So it could be good to have a buddy system and let your friends know, hey, yes, we can go out, we can do this or we can do that, but I don't want to take things too far because I don't want any mistakes. A lot of people make mistakes when they're inebriated, when they're high, especially sexually, because you're feeling a little bit more loose and open. But be very cautious because you may get the gift that keeps on giving. All right, number 6. Don't rush into higher risk activities. Now, I kind of just touched on some high risk activities, but this branches into multiple partners and first date hookups. If you are somebody that likes to have multiple sexual partners, you need to make sure that your partners know that you're engaging with sex with more than one person. This is not something that I recommend. I do feel that, having a monogamous relationship, especially sexually, could be important because you're sharing something very sacred with someone and you want to make sure that you understand that person, things like that. When multiple people get involved, it's kind of hard to keep track of everybody's sexual history. So that's something definitely to make sure you and your partner discuss. And then, of course, there's the hookups. Hookups happen regardless of being high or drunk. They can just happen just because. So if they're going to happen, we talked about what happens, making sure you're prepared, making sure you've discussed some things with your partner. Number 7, if you have a history of sexual abuse, this is really important. A lot of people don't discuss things like this. If you have any history of sexual abuse or trauma, definitely seek counseling, okay? First and foremost, get some help, talk about it. It's not good to keep anything in. You want to make sure this is discussed. But you also, if you have a respectable relationship with your partner, should be able to discuss that with them as well, because traumas that are hidden, they will come out. They will show themselves eventually. And you want to have a very healthy sexual relationship. So definitely make sure that you get counseling for any past sexual trauma and make sure you talk with your partner about this. So those are my top 7 tips You could tell some of them intertwine with others. The most important thing is think safe, be safe. Don't be afraid of talking about sex openly, and don't be afraid of being prepared. Thank you.